Hi, this is Jay Favell, and I'm one of the client service partners for your firm responsible for providing ongoing training and support to you and your colleagues on the Bloomberg Tax platform. This video will give you a quick and high-level introduction to Bloomberg Tax News and how to customize the content that you receive via email. The news is an incredibly important component of the Bloomberg Tax platform. Bloomberg is a news-driven organization, and we have tons of resources dedicated to providing our clients with timely, accurate, and in-depth news coverage from a federal, state, and international perspective. Now, once you log on to the platform, you'll be defaulted to the federal page unless you've selected state or international as your homepage, but the news and journals content will always be located in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. So as I scroll down, you're going to see the news and journals listed down here to the right and the right-hand side. The first news selection that I'll mention is the Daily Tax Report. So the Daily Tax Report, if you're not familiar, is our flagship news publication for all things federal, state, and international tax. And we have iterations of the Daily Tax Report on each specific library up at the top in the blue toolbar. You'll also see under News and Journals, we have a federal tax developments tracker that I'll dive into here in a second, as well as other news and journals that you can sign up for a weekly and bi-weekly and also monthly basis, depending on your practice area. Now, first, I'm going to dive into our Daily Tax Report. The Daily Tax Report, again, our flagship news publication. Now, when you click into the link there, you're going to see a global search bar again at the top. You can also search across our entire Daily Tax Report for any historic news, any news related to specific topic areas you're looking for. You can do so in the search bar at the top. You can also set as your homepage if you'd like to start with the news as well. Down the bottom of the page, you're going to see our top stories, so top news headlines related to all things federal tax, as well as practitioner insights on the right-hand side that are written by our partners who are writing in-depth and specific commentary on different various topics. Once you scroll down to the bottom right-hand side of the page, you're also going to see tax development coverage. This will alert you with all new information related to cases, legislation, and other forms of developments right here on the right-hand side of the page underneath the tax practitioner content. Now, once you navigate back to the top of the page, you're going to see the option to hit Manage Subscription. So once you click in to Manage Subscription, you're going to have the option to customize some of the content that you might receive. So notice you'll have the ability to do editorial highlights, personalized highlights, really dependent on what sort of material you're looking for to receive via email. Now, if you're going to be defaulted to the editorial highlights, this will provide you a broader swath of information across all federal tax news and content. Versus if you want to select personalized highlights, this is where you have the option to select different statutes that you're interested in receiving information on, different topic areas. Notice, so if you're only interested in corporate income tax or credits and incentives, you can narrow down the content that you receive. From there, you can also select what news, insights, or tax developments. You have the option of choosing one or all three. Different content, again, that's going to be sent to your email associated with your login credentials. You then have the option to choose how timely you want to receive the material. You can either choose daily and weekly and at what time you want to receive that content. Once you've made those selections, you can go ahead and hit save and you're all good to go. Another option that you'll have in terms of signing up for different newsletters that we have offering within Bloomberg Tax is if you go up to the top right-hand side of the page and hover over your name, if you hit Manage Email, this will show you all the different email selections that you have the option to easily sign up for with your subscription. So say, for example, if I look and see all the different publications related to tax that I have access to, I can easily select the different publications and sign up for them using the check marks on the left-hand side. And you can easily select or deselect by using the trash can icons over on the right. Now, as I navigate back to the Daily Tax Report here, and then ultimately the federal homepage, so if I go ahead and click back into the federal tab and scroll back down to the news and journals. Now, I mentioned all the other different news publications and journals that you have access to down here below. You can simply sign up for them within each specific publication, whether it's the weekly report, the estates, gifts, and trust journals. You can sign up through the same kind of action that we took within the Daily Tax Report by signing up for that newsletter within each specific link. Now, I also mentioned the Federal Tax Developments Tracker, which is listed here under the Daily Tax Report. The Federal Tax Developments Tracker, we also have versions of on the state and international side as well. So outside of the daily tax report and the tax developments coverage that we have within that publication, we also have a tool, the developments tracker, that provides interactive updates of when developments go into effect related to particular states, particular type of development, type of tax, topic, and code section. Within the tracker, you're going to see all the developments that have gone into effect, when they went into effect, a summary of that particular development, and then a link into that source material. So one thing you can easily do is on the left-hand side, you can, again, as I briefly highlighted before, you can select type of development. You can go into, if I'm only interested in cases, if I'm only interested in a specific code section, you can narrow down and filter over on the left-hand side which developments you're going to track. You can also track date of development. So say you're only interested in looking at developments within the last 7 days, you can narrow down that focus and filter that content, which will then show you all the developments that have gone into effect across the federal tax, for the last 7 days there. So a nice tool to use in conjunction with the daily tax report. So in sum, that is the coverage on the daily tax report, the tracker, the different news and journals that you have the options to sign up for. And one thing to note is the customization and signing up for the content across the state and international libraries are the same as we went through on the federal side here. And do not hesitate to reach out. Again, I'm here to support you all with your Bloomberg Tax subscription, especially around the news content here. Again, my name is Jay Favell, and you can reach me via email at J, F as in Frank, O, V as in Victor, EL at BloombergIndustry.com. I'm more than happy to take you through a one-on-one session on how to set you up with the most effective news for the work you all do. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn how to customize some of the news content that you have access to through Bloomberg Tax.